In 1999, my late father risked his life and left his family behind to traverse the Indian Ocean for 11 days and 11 nights on a small boat in stormy weather in the hope of finding safety and security for his wife, 2 daughters, and a son on his way. I begin by the universal Islamic greeting of Assalamu alaikum, which translates to, may peace be upon you all. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my late father, Abdul Wakil, whose selfless sacrifices will never be forgotten and whose advices about hard work, perseverance, and integrity I will hold on to as pearls of wisdom. To my mother, Shagufa, your unconditional love has given me the strength to get through my toughest moments. Thank you for always supporting me and trusting my ambitious journey. On a cold winter evening, 8,852 kilometres away from Perth, I was born in Kabul, Afghanistan in 1995 as the first child to a young couple thrilled at the prospect of what the future held for their little bundle of joy. That excitement did not last longer than a year, followed by the collapse of Afghanistan in the hands of the Taliban. With no hope in sight, my parents had to make the tough decision of fleeing to Pakistan with my newborn sister and I. Resettling was difficult, but not as difficult as what my mother was about to urge my father to consider, to migrate to Australia. In 1999, my late father risked his life and left his family behind to traverse the Indian Ocean for 11 days and 11 nights on a small boat in stormy weather in the hope of finding safety and security for his wife, 2 daughters, and a son on his way. Anxiety and waves of doubt flooded my mother's thoughts as she waited and waited for any news of my father arriving safely in Australia. 4 months later, we finally received the good news. And from there on, for 4 years, my father worked around the clock as a kitchen hand, a security guard, a taxi driver, while learning English as a second language and saving up enough money to sponsor my mother, my 2 siblings, and I. In 2003, we were finally reunited with my father and settled in the northern suburbs of Perth to begin our new life together. As we adjusted and adapted, I witnessed the struggles my parents went through to put food on the table, to pay for our education, and to provide a roof over our heads. Like many hard-working Australians, this came as second nature to my parents, who just wanted the best future for their children. From discrimination and abuse to job insecurity and low wages, my father endured those hardships without complaining or seeking compensation. And when my youngest brother started kindergarten, that's when my mother embarked on a journey to start her own small business, a driving school to empower other women. Despite the unfamiliarity of the venture, my mother strived to alleviate the financial burden on my father to make ends meet. You see, my parents always encouraged my siblings and I to aspire for greatness, to study hard, get a secure job, and be a respectable member of society, to always stay true to your roots and stay humble, to praise God and be grateful to his bounties, to be generous with our wealth and time towards those who are less fortunate. However, life took a bitter turn when my father was diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia in 2017. He went through 11 months of intense chemotherapy, bone marrow transplant, and endless cycles of medications, but his health continued depleting. My once fit, independent, and healthy father became frail, weak, and required assistance to move around. Despite this, my father was still the strongest man I have ever known. Losing him at the age of 47 was the most difficult reality of life I had to face. He may have passed on, but his memories and teachings will forever remain. Like, little drops make a mighty ocean, or there is no substitute for hard work, or learn good manners from those who don't have them, or seek knowledge from the cradle to the grave. Life is short and very unpredictable, so we cannot even take a moment for granted. I have realized that in order to live a productive and impactful life and contribute towards my father's legacy, I must seize every opportunity that comes my way. Carpe diem. Easier said than done, though. Life has its own way of throwing figurative punches. The onus is on us to see every challenge as an opportunity, as a chance to grow, as a lesson to learn, and as a part of life.